Hello, Power Year number twos, and welcome to Gemma's Window. If you have followed the calculations in the box below and determined you're a Power Year number two, then you're at the right place. Hey twos, you only have to calculate your Power Year number once for the year of 2020. I'm here to tell you your month, and the month you're in is the month of 8. Let's review those numbers and what they mean. So if you're in the Power Year number 2, it is one of the big romance years of your 10-year cycle. And that 2 can also indicate breaking up. So we're going to take a look at that when we go to your relationship part of your reading. However, a big meaning of the Power Year 2 is working with others. So you may come across challenges that you have to overcome. You may come into a situation where you are the peacemaker for the year of number 2. It's a lot about teamwork and overcoming obstacles through working with other people. The month of 8 tends to be the brightest financial potential month of your year. You can win something, and have a financial reward. You may get that job, that promotion, and also it's about not being a victim and getting your power back. So as I read the cards, if there's a situation that lends itself to that, where you're meant to stand up and brush off your knickers and hold your head up high and keep on going, it's that kind of a month too. So without further ado, let's take our first deck of cards and let's have a nice shuffle, a good shuffle. And let's take a look, twos, and see, for those of you who are working, how you're perceived at work, if there's anything in particular you should expect in the workplace. Let's start there. All right, here we go. Okay. Let's take a look, twos. Let's take a look. Ooh. Well, something's definitely behind you. Okay. So I feel like, twos, when I'm looking at these cards, there was a lot of activity or a lot of action in the past or recent past in the workplace that you thought, are we ever going to get over this hump? Are we ever going to get over this hump? And when you do, you still find yourself in a position of, okay, so now what? I thought when this was all over, I thought when this whole quarantine thing started to lighten up, I thought I'd get the answers, or I'd get that promotion that was finally due, and I'm finding that you're still in a state of flux. You're better off than you were, but that you're still in a state of flux. But the good news is, what I just described to you as far as being the month of 8 and not being in victim mode and saving your own hide is your outcome card. And I call this card, I tell people, it's my stick of dynamite backed into a corner, stick of dynamite under your butt card, where only you can back yourself out of that corner and get to where you want to go. So the advice to you is, when the dust settles in this month of June and things in some way, shape, or form either go back to normal, or the guilty parties have been reckoned with, whatever that situation, when it happens, when it starts to pass, it's up to you again now to take care of yourself and to speak up for yourself, and to know what your rights are and know what you deserve, and do your best to go ahead and go and get it. So you got a couple of moving parts this month, twos, at your workplace, And it kind of makes sense because many of us are going to be, things are going to start to be going back to normal, and yet it's a new normal, isn't it? It's a new normal. So we're going to shuffle now and take a look for those of you who are power year number twos who are looking for work in this month of 8, and it's a good month for you to find it. You might be able to pick up some slack with yeah. So again, it's the same kind of message, twos, and I like it. I like when the cards match the numbers. I like it because we have our new relationship card, and that indeed means is that you are going to have opportunities in this month of June. Now remember, yes, they may fall into your lap. Yes, they may, but you got to be in it to win it. So you've got to be out there searching, and you've got to have your ears open and whatnot. And you do have great potential to find something new. And that goes for those of you who are working and want something new. You have great potential for finding something new in this month of June. What holds you back is perhaps a lack of confidence, or your decision making is off, or you don't know what to do. It's that kind of hemming and hawing that's going to hold you back from moving in a better direction, a direction you're meant to be pushed in. And I think that that's for all of you across the board. I think that you're all meant in this month for bigger and better things. And that can be right down to a desk that's not falling apart. I think that you're all for better and bigger things this month, and it's up to you to go ahead and pursue them. It's perfect cards and a perfect number for your month to go ahead and do that. Make your situations better at the workplace. Okay, twos, let's take a look for those of you who are in a relationship. Let's take a look at what's going on in that relationship in this month of June. Oops, we have some cards that fell. Now, they happen to be 3 cards, so I'm going to put them over to the side because I like it more when just 1 card falls. But, we'll take a look. Okay, my twos, let's take a look. Now, remember, this is meeting somebody or making a bigger commitment or possible breaking up kind of year. It's a big year for relationship. We're finding our twos in a state of discontent. They feel like they've been waiting for something, and they feel they've been very patient, and yet they're still in limbo. So our twos who are in this relationship, and you could be feeling that 8. You could be feeling that, that victim-y kind of feel. And that's not a horrible thing. It's just that it's the universe letting me know what to tell you that might be holding things up a little bit, is that you're not making a decision and you are feeling like you're being kept in limbo about something, and it's important to you because you've got that 6 of Cups card going on in the middle, and that's about home and hearth, and maybe you want to relocate and move into something new, and or you want to increase your family, or get engaged, and it's like you're just stuck in this limbo position. But we don't want you to be a victim to. You're going into a month of endings next month. That's your month of July, and that's your month to say, poop or get off the pot. I want to know what we are doing about this particular question. I want to go on and look at twos who are looking for love. And don't forget, we have those 3 cards that fell out, but I want to do both readings first before we look at those 3 cards. So let's take a look. We have twos, and they're looking for, wow, twos. Twos, you got the 2 of Cups if you are looking for love. Now, I think this is going to relate to all of you because it's also the reconciliation card or the second chance at love card. So I do feel like, twos, you're across the board, whether you're looking for a love or you're looking to get back with someone or you're looking to strengthen an existing relationship, I feel that it looks really, really nice for you, all of you, across the board. Now, if you are looking for a relationship, or you are looking to reconcile with someone and you have actually broken up with them, I feel like the problems that you have had are going to start to pass. Like the card is indicating that other people have, not the lover, but their children or their friends or their mommy. Somebody else has been interfering and causing some kind of concern or problem or holdup to you getting what you want, back together, or getting them out on a date because they feel guilty about leaving the kids at home, or their friend likes you and you don't, the lover knows that and they don't want to go against the friend. But I feel like you're going to have an opportunity this month, in this month of June, to straighten out whatever complications arise, where you are going to have another chance at with someone in particular, or meeting someone and having a nice love relationship in your life. I feel like the kicker is you've got to balance. Oh, twos, this is exactly what your year is about. You've got to balance being bossy with gently sharing your feelings so that someone gets the right signals of what your intentions are. So you're not asking someone out on the date, but you're letting them know that you are interested in going on a date, or you're planting the seed and letting them think it's their idea. Twos. Oh my goodness, that's your teamwork. That's your peacemaker. Now let's take a look at these cards that fell out. Okay, and twos, they're talking about you hearing or perceiving incorrect information, and it causes you great distress, and it's like you don't know whether to keep to yourself about the situation. What could it mean? Because you're not quite sure what someone is talking about, or what their intentions were, or why is your impression that they aren't thinking in the same way you are. And as I'm looking at these cards, I'm thinking, I think it comes back to that, don't be a victim, 8. Don't be a victim in this month of June. And for those of you who had been given advice during this month of, look, maybe you put it out there, and you have to put it out there at some point, twos. You have to put it out there at some point so people know where you're coming from and they know what you want. But it has to be this balance in a gentle way so that you're not being bossy, or looking like you're being bossy, or looking like you're being assertive or aggressive. To sit and stew, which is what this line of cards is talking about. So clearly the universe knows who's going to be listening to this, because that seems to be the message that you're getting, is this The sitting and stewing isn't the answer either. It's to know your audience and read the room and know when is a good time to speak up. And it's probably going to be towards the end of the month, but during the month, the cards and your numbers and the universe don't want you to feel like a victim either. Just because you're waiting for the right time to pounce, to give your information, to ask questions, to give leading information on yourself that you're interested in something. We don't want you to feel like this is happening to you. We want you to feel like you're in it and that you have say too. That's pretty heavy. Or maybe it's not so heavy. You know what? Maybe it seems a little heavy to me because I'm talking generally and not so much to one particular person, so I can't fine tune it. But moving on, twos, we're going to shuffle these cards, and I'd like you, if you would, to think of any situation at all in your life, any situation that you would like an answer to. And I'm going to ask, what is the best outcome to your question we can expect in this month of June? Now, you can ask again about business. You can ask about love. Maybe those answers weren't for you, or they're just not applicable. Or maybe you would have the same answer or similar. So let's take a look. Okay, now, any question you have, what's the best outcome that we can expect, twos, to your plights? Oh, I want that one. I just want the way that that's sticking out there. I just want that one. Wow, okay. So what we have is that you have some beginner's luck. So something is going to transpire for you where you feel like, oh my God, finally, I'm on my way. And then all of a sudden it's a standstill. And the brakes go on. But it's a really nice period for you where you make some big decisions about which way you're going to go. And there is emotion about that. There's some kind of guilt about that. An example would be that when everybody comes back to work or regular schedules resume, you get a promotion over a coworker that you're friendly with who's been there longer, but they give it to you. So there could be some kind of an emotion when you are rewarded at the end of this journey where you're thinking, well, I got off to a good start, or I thought that they were really interested, or whatever, and then there's this waiting period. I do feel like things are going to work out for you. You are going to have a nice success in June, but suddenly some part about the plan falls on its face, and now you've got to wait again. Or you finally get somebody to say, yeah, let's move in together, but I'm going to go back to school this year, and that means I don't have an income, and so we have to wait until December or next year to get a place, something like that, 2021. And you're like, oh no, there's emotion connected to whatever the stalling is, but you are still going to do very well with this issue. Thank you, twos. Thanks for joining Jemma's Window. If you'd like to know more about me, please hop on to gemmaswindow@gmail.com, and please subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to have you. I'll see you next month, twos, when you are in the month of nines, the month of endings for July. Okay, see you then. Bye for now.